Hello YouTube, my name is Jacob Moyer, and I have created this first of hopefully many videos to create a place where people can view my opinions, can retort, argue with my opinions, and where I can comment basically on events and just spew sometimes just how I feel. The inspiration for this particular video was the Amazing Atheist's counter video to Anita Sarkeesian's Damsel in Distress series, where she has blocked the ability to post comments, statistics, ratings, and what he was saying is that because of that she is not allowing criticism and not allowing arguments to be made, and is therefore kind of just shoving her opinion down people's throats, and it even doesn't allow people who support her cause, who so generously donated to allow her to make these series of videos. Now, on that topic, it is more of my opinion is a refutation of sexism in general. I just as equally despise misogyny as I do feminism. I'm just making this video more focused on feminism because this video happened to be what set off my fuse. And just to make it clear of my opinion on sexism in general, I think that a sexist in any form of the word is stupid, inept, insensitive, and completely devoid of any form of logical or emotional thinking, and completely devoid of any sense of empathy or the ability to live in someone else's shoes. She tries to make the idea that, as a majority, if not an entirety, video games are sexist towards females, that there is always a damsel in distress, a woman that needs to be saved by the strong man, to be saved by a man. Which, for the majority, is true. But it is not in itself sexist. It is because the majority of video games are played by males. And the majority of a heterosexual male's view is that they wish to save a woman. They wish to fill out their fantasy of being the knight in shining armor, and it not necessarily reflects that that woman is inertly incapable. It just reflects a male fantasy. And there are plenty of games which reflect a female protagonist and a male who is in distress. Video games like Wet, Heavenly Sword are games that solely have a female protagonist. And there are many games such as Oblivion, Skyrim, Mass Effect, Fable, or the multiplayer of GTA 5, where you are able to pick your gender. And when it truly comes down to the completion of the campaign, or the saving of a people or a place, it reflects nothing on your gender. In Fable, or GTA 5, or in Skyrim, if you choose to be male or female, you can just as well continue the campaign to overthrow the king, to save the world, just as much as you were male or female. And it does not put you at any disadvantage because you are female or because you are male. And as an example of Fable 3, if you choose to be female, your male counterpart, your romantic interest in the beginning of the game, is constantly shown to be more submissive, to be less outgoing in personality, to be a gentler person, to be often victimized. And you, as a female, at one point decide whether he lives or dies. And you guard him, protect him, and you are shown to be, in that position, more capable in a militaristic sense than he is. And at one point in the game, as you are fighting along the leader of the rebellion, Paige, who happens to be a female, you have to go save her men, and the only one left alive is male. And he was caught, and a female is forced to save him. He is the male in distress, and she is the female come to save him, and is shown to have extraordinary combat abilities. In the game Heavenly Sword, the female main protagonist is shown to be hated. She is being ridiculed and downgraded just because she is female. She is insulted because she is female, and it goes to such an extent that her father wishes that he had never had her because he wanted a male to protect the sword. And throughout the game, you constantly show that you are a better warrior than any of the men in the tribe, that you are fully capable of guarding the sword and using it to save the world, and that at one point you are given godlike powers and you defeat the male antagonist in one-on-one combat, and the self-sacrifice that you give to save the people reflects on the wellness of your person. And it goes to show that just because a majority of video games reflect a male hero does not mean that they say that a female is inferior. Many video games put female as the hero, and females are just as capable of performing heroic acts as males. So only selecting games with the majority of a male antagonistic view, or just choosing games where the male is the hero, is just unfair, because many of the video games I saw, if not all of them, in her selection of video games she was reviewing, were all ones with a male protagonist. And she even admitted herself she was a gamer, so as someone who is not a connoisseur of such an item or an activity such as gaming, it goes to show little of her ratings of video games if she is not willing to pick the games that show females in a greater light just for the sake of argument. In any sense of the video game, you can see that females are capable of defending herself. Females are capable of doing fantastic things in video games just as males are capable of doing fantastic things in video games. Or in real life. We can look to our leaders of men, Julius Caesar, George Washington, great philosophers such as Socrates, Aristotle, Plato. All of them were male, but we can look to great females in history, females that were in fact great because they did not conform to a female stereotype because of their personality. It was not because they were women that they were inferior or greater, it was because of their decisions. Joan of Arc, a great militaristic leader. We can look to current female leaders such as Michelle Obama, who puts forth the idealism of physicality, of being healthy, and of being unified, and of being equal, and she puts a lot of her time traveling to even foreign countries to put forth positive ideas and to move us forward as a people. And she is indeed in a position of power as the First Lady, and you do not see her abuse it. And she indeed goes to exemplify women. And many great women in history can exemplify the greatness of women, just as many great men can exemplify the greatness of men. It is not the greatness of men or the greatness of women, but the greatness of a person that truly reflects. Because if greatness were only given to men, then we would not be where we were today, because of females refusing to sit at the back of the bus, females refusing to be subjugated because of their gender. There are just so many things of which women contribute to our society, and many women being in power. Female senators, female owners of business, and any form of negativity reflected on business or leadership is not because of decisions they make because they are female, but because of perhaps just poor decisions they make. Females, yet again, are just as capable as males. Males are just as capable as females. And to go forward on maybe even a more general stereotype, that women are emotional and unstable and therefore incapable of making decisions, is completely foolish. Just as the idea that men are either allowed to be angry or happy. Men are supposed to be stern and strong and to be a rock for women. Women are just as capable of strength and perseverance as men are, just as men are capable of being emotional and irrational as women. Many males out there are completely irrational in some of their decisions, just as females are. And so, if anyone would like to retort this argument, I am more than welcoming you to say that. And I'm always open for argument and for discussion. But just to restate my opinion, it is my true belief that anyone who is sexist in any way, any person that is a misogynist or a feminist, is trash. They are horrible, awful people who do not deserve a place in the future of sexual equality, and they are just... If I were to say I were to hate anybody, it would be those people. Those people are fuckheads. I think they amount to nothing more than shit. Sexists are just as bad as racists. And any sexist who doesn't believe in racism but believes in sexism is stupid, because it is the almost identical concept. Because a feminist, at least a radical feminist, just as a radical misogynist, would believe in the subjugation of males, or at least in male inferiority, that males are disposable and unneeded, and that a woman can live life without a male. And that can just be said, that a male can live life without a woman. And anybody who believes in a patriarchy or matriarchy is just insensitive, inept, and they have enough brain cells to rub together to maybe make just a spark of an idea. Light bulbs don't appear over feminists or misogynists' head, just like a little fizzle and a pop, because they might be perfectly intelligent, reasonable people otherwise, but such a strong belief in the inferiority of a sex just reflects that you are largely unintelligent. Because the belief that anyone, because of their gender or their race, is inferior is fucking stupid. So to all you feminists out there, to all you misogynists that believe that any gender is superior, fuck you. I hate you, and I don't want you here anymore. And nobody else does. Just leave. Go. Nobody's gonna care. In fact, we're all gonna be much happier when you fucking leave. Because we hate you. Because we don't even want to fix you. We don't want to help you. Because if you're still around, Anita Sarkeesian, still making fucking videos about this, I'm very well aware of. There's no changing her. She's not worth anything because of her decisions. Her intellectual argument and her contribution to any form of anything else in our world is so much more contradicted because of her sexism. Just as any misogynists. Thanks for watching, YouTube. I am Jacob Moyer. I run on War Undying, and I run this campaign against people who are fucking stupid. Have a good night, YouTube. We love you.